Good morning, dear students. Welcome to Gurudeva online classes. Dear student, in previous class, we have discussed about contact force. Now, I am going to take in today's class that is the non-contact force. Dear student, we know contact force means which forces arises due to interaction between objects. Due to interaction between two objects that are by physical contact, that is we can say contact force. Non-contact force means which forces arises due to interaction between two objects that are not in a physical contact, that is we can say non-contact force. Dear student, non-contact force always acting in a distance. Dear student, let us see a simple activity.
Dear student, for this activity, I am taking here two magnets, compass, ramp, non-metallic ball and metallic ball. Let us see activity here. See, playing with two magnets. Dear students, when you bringing near the magnet like poles, those like poles are repulsion. Okay, this is you will call repulsive magnetic force. When you bringing like poles near to each other, those are showing repulsion. When you bringing unlike poles, those are attracting to each other because this is the attractive magnetic force. This is one of the example for non-contact force. And next one, metallic ball deflected by a magnet. Dear student, when non-metallic ball rolling from the ramp, that is not deflecting. When metallic ball rolling from the ramp, that is showing the deflecting. Let us see here. Because here magnetic force acting. When magnetic force acting, that is showing the deflection. Now here also, when you bringing two like forces, those are attracting to each other, those poles are attracting to each other because this is the magnetic force. This is one of the example for non-contact force. When you bringing like poles, those are the showing the repulsion each other. Dear student, this is also one of the example for non-contact force.
Dear student, I hope you have seen this small activity. See, dear student, when we bring in like poles of magnet, that is showing the repulsion. When we bring in unlike poles of magnet, that is the attracting to each other. And there is not contacting here by physically, but that is showing forces, that is we can say that is the magnetic force. Dear student, next point I am taking here electrostatic force. Dear student, electrostatic force means
Dear student, electrostatic force means the force between two electrically charged particles. They can either be a repulsive or attractive force. Like charges will repulsion each other and unlike charges will attract to each other. That is said to be electrostatic force. Like charges are repulsion each other and unlike charges will attract to each other. That is, we can say electrostatic force. Okay.
Dear friend, let us see an activity here.
A polythene cover, a glass jar, two straws, one silk cloth, pieces of papers, one PVC pipe, sugar and balloon. Take a PVC pipe and rub them with silk cloth. Rubbing produces the charge, either positive or negative. Now keep near the papers. You can see that the papers are attracting. It is because of unlike charges attract together. Let us take again a PVC pipe. with silk cloth. Again rub. Keep near sugar particles. If you see clearly, the sugar particles are attracting. They are also unlike charges. Now take a glass jar, two straws and a polythene cover. Place the straw on the glass jar and take another straw and rub gently. You can able to see that when which direction the orange straw is moving, in the same direction the blue is moving. It is because of attraction. This is positive charge, this is negative charge. Now let us take a balloon and rub with silk cloth. Keep near papers. You can see that the papers are attracting. See?
Okay, dear student, next point I am taking here gravitational force. Dear student, gravitational force mean when any object, you take any ball or any pen or any chalk piece, when slips by your hand, that is fall downside only. This is we will call gravitational force because here earth is attracting the objects. Earth is attracting the object because of the gravitational force. When you are writing pen, when this pen slips from your hand, that is falls downside only, that is not moving upside, because here this earth is attracting an objects. Earth is attracting the object because of the gravity. You take any object, when you playing the cricket, when you batsman are hitting the ball, that is again coming downside only because of the gravitational force. And when you playing football, when you throwing the football, that is also again moving downward side because of the gravitational force. Dear student, have you seen anywhere when you football that is moving towards the sky? That is not moving because here gravitational force attracting the football, so only that is not moving towards the sky, that is moving only towards the earth. This is what we will call gravitational force. Dear students, gravitational force means object or things falls toward the earth because the earth will be pulling them towards the center of the gravity all the time. This force we can say gravitational force. Dear student, gravitational force is an attractive force that is acting on all objects which object present on the surface of the earth. That may be small or that may be large, exert a force on every other objects. Dear friend, this is we can say the gravitational force. Dear friend, we have so many examples for the gravitational force. Dear friend, Earth's gravitational force that is holding the satellite. This is also one of the gravitational force. And leaf of the tree, that is falls downside only, that is not moving upside, that is not moving towards the sky, that is moving towards the earth only because of the gravitational force that is attracting all objects, which objects are present in universe. Those all objects, the gravitational force attracting, pulling towards the earth. This is we can say gravitational force. Dear student, gravitational force is one of the attractive force, and this force of gravity acts on all objects which objects are present in the universe. Dear student, this force of gravity acting on all time and all the objects which are present on the universe. Dear student, when we open a tap, here water also moving towards the earth. Or when you opening the tap, there is not moving towards the sky because of the gravitational force. And reverse water, that is also flowing towards the downside, that is not moving upside because of the gravitational force. Dear student, by these all examples we have to understand here gravitational force, one of the attractive force. Dear student, any object in the universe that is the attractive by the gravity, this is we can say gravitational force. Dear student, next point I am taking here pressure. Dear student, pressure means the force acting on a unit area of a surface, that is we can say to be pressure. Dear student, pressure we can measure by using the formula pressure is equal to force area on which it acts. Okay, this is the formula we will find in pressure. Dear student, we can measure pressure by this formula. Pressure is equal to force by area on which it acts. Dear student, the pressure means the force acting on a unit area of a surface, that is we can say to be a pressure. Dear student, SI unit of the pressure, that is the Pascal. SI unit of pressure, that is Pascal. We can indicate this one by P. Dear student, 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. Okay. Dear student, the formula showing to us the area over which the force acts increases, then the pressure also decreases. And the area over which the forces acts decreases, in that moment pressure also increases. Dear student, if smaller the area, then larger the pressure on a surface for this same force. Dear student, we have so many examples. For example, a needle has a pointed end that has a very small surface area. So, when a large force is exerted on the needle with a hammer, the pressure upon the needle with a hammer, the pressure on the needle, that is the increases, and that is easily moving inside the wall. Dear student, next example. Dear student, we are using every day different types of the tools for cutting the wood. See, you observe the cutting tools very sharp, because when we applying the force, that is very easily moving inside the wood. Because of the sharp surface, the area of the surface is very small, so pressure is exerted very high. When a person would apply a force on the tool, it just exert a more pressure due to the less surface area. Due to low surface area, the object would cutting very easily. Dear student, next example. Camel. Camel can walk easily over the sand because it has a wide feet which allow them to walk on the sand very easily. Dear friend, we are the human being. We also have feet, but we can't move, we can't walk very easily on the sand because of in area of the surface in our feet is very small. That is when we walking on the surface of the sand, our feet sinking in the sand because of the area of the our feet is very small. So when we walking on the sand, our feet sinking in the sand because of the pressure. Dear student, these are some examples related to pressure. Dear student, these are the some points about pressure. Dear student, next I will take here pressure exerted by liquid or gases. Dear students, pressure exerted by liquid or gases. By conducting activity, we have to understand here how pressure exerted by liquid and gases. Dear student, let us see some activity here.
Hi friends, my name is Trujan BS. I am from 8th standard of Atharva section. Now I am doing the activity 7.8 from the lesson Force and Pressure. For this activity, we need a bottle cut of two sides, a balloon and some amount of water. Let's start the experiment. First pour some amount of water in the bottle. We can see that the balloon bulges and the water level increases in the bottle. Now pour another some amount of water in the bottle. The balloon bulges more and the water level also increases in the bottle. This is because of the pressure created by the water at the bottom of the bottle. By this we can conclude that water and other liquids create the pressure at the bottom of containers. Thank you.
Dear friends, take a plastic bottle. You can take a distilled water or soft drink bottle. Fix a cylinder gas tube a few centimeters long near its bottom as shown in figure 11.15. You can do so by lightly heating one end of the glass tube and then quickly inserting it near the bottom of the bottle. Make sure that the water does not leak from the joint. If there is any leakage, seal it with molten wax. Cover the mouth of the glass tube with a thin rubber sheet as you did in activity 11.8. Now fill the bottle up to half with water. What do you observe? Why does the rubber sheet fixed to the glass tube? Now I am filling water in the bottle. Now fill the bottle up to half with water. What do you observe? Pour some more water in the bottle. Is there any change in the bulgy of the rubber sheet? Dear friends, from this activity we learn when we pour water in the bottle, the balloon will be bulgy. By this activity we learned a liquid exerts pressure on the walls of the container. Thank you.
Hi friends, my name is Swara. I am from 8th Atharva section. I am doing now activity 11.10. The things needed for activity are bottle, plate and water. Now take an empty plastic bottle and drill the holes all around near the bottom of bottle. Make sure that the holes are at the same distance from the bottom. Now add the water in the bottle. All of you observed here, the water falls from the holes are at the same distance from the bottle. It indicates the liquid exerts the equal pressure at the same depth. Thank you.
Dear student, by observing these all activity, we have to understand liquid exert a pressure on the wall of the container. Dear student, by observing these all activities, we have to understand here in which area we are putting the liquid that container exert a force on the wall of the container. Dear student, let us see this picture here.
Dear student, here pressure increases with depth. This is the tall cylinder. Water comes out of the holes and pressure in the container highest at the bottom of the container when we have tall cylinder. Okay, dear student, next figure here. Dear student, you observe this figure. Here pressure acts in all direction equally. This is the plastic bag. Here we have small holes. In this small holes, water comes out in all direction with equally. Okay, dear student. Next,
Dear student, the pressure that a liquid exert on the bottom of the container, it is depending upon height of the liquid in the container. If height of the liquid in the container is very high, means the pressure also increases very high. Dear student, the liquid exert equal pressure of the container having the same depth. Dear student, if depth of the container is same, is equal in all direction, then pressure also equal. Dear student, similarly, the gases also exert pressure on the walls of the container. Dear student, the molecule of the gases of higher kinetic energy and collides with walls applying large force. Now we are getting the result. These molecules applying the pressure on the walls of the container. Dear student, next point I am taking here, atmospheric pressure. Dear student, what is mean by atmosphere? Dear student, we know air all around us. This envelope, the air is known as atmosphere. Dear student, atmospheric pressure mean we know the layer of the gases. The layer of the gases present around the earth surfaces. Dear student, the air present in the atmosphere, that is exert a pressure on the surface of the earth, that is we can say to be atmospheric pressure. Dear student, the atmospheric pressure when we moving towards the earth, that atmospheric pressure will be increasing. Dear student, the amount of the atmospheric pressure upon us is quite large due to the large surface area of the atmosphere of the earth. Dear student, but we do not experience any of the effect. Dear student, this is because of the pressure of the air inside our body is equal to the atmosphere. Dear student, because inside our body there is fluids are present in our body that exert a pressure inside our body. So our body easily obtain a balance with the atmospheric pressure. Dear student, in today's class we discussed about non-contact force and pressure. Thank you.